morning, good evening, good afternoon from wherever you're watching the video from. I know it's been a while, but today I just want you to know about some tutorials that we do online. Like I said, I do tutorials. I have people that do connect with me and do ask for online tutorials. So in this video that you're about to watch, you see us solving some questions as regard A-level questions for those in abroad that want to write one exam, and we'll be solving the question and showing you passing through different topics, talking about likes of fraction, pie chart, decimal, and some other things. So you see it in the course of this video. Enjoy the video while you follow us. Assessment, and we are taking it from 43, question 43. So 43. Now, reading the question, it says the endpoint of 5 lines are shown in the answer options below. Then we have this diagram. Which line is parallel to the line in the diagram? You just have to check. You know, the coordinates are always in form of x, y. And if you look at this, what you see that this is we have 5 here. We have 5 here. We have 5 at the x-axis here, pointing to 1 at the y-axis. So the first one will be 5, 1. So those are the 5, 1, which is parallel to. Let's now look at the second coordinate from the diagram. You now see that here we have 1, and we have the second one to be what? To be x. So the answer, you now have 1 and 1,5. So the answer for that question 43 is C. Were you able to get that?
13 times 4, 51. 13 times 4, 52. 13 times 6, 91. 13 times
No problem, you can just be marking. The answer for that 43, the answer is C. So let's go to question 44, which says the gravel path 1 meter wide is put around a pond. One bag will cover half meter squared. Each bag of gravel costs 4.99 pounds. Then we are now asked, what is the approximate cost of the part? What's the approximate cost of the part? So we have to first get, you have to first get you know, we have for the length here we have 5 meters, for the breadth we have 4 meters, and for the inner one we have 3 meters, we have 2 meters. So what we have to do is first to get the area of each of these ones. So by the time we find the area, let's find the area. We now have first rectangle, which will give us length times breadth, and the length is 5 and the breadth is 4, which all meter, which will give us 20 meters. Then meter what? Square. That's for the area. Then we go to the second one, that of the pond, because it's the gravel part we are looking at. That of the pond will give us the same thing. We say area. This one is area of first rectangle. Then area of pond is also its length times breadth, because it's a rectangle. The length here is 3 meter times 2 meters, which will give us 6 meters squared. So therefore, to get the area of that gravel part, then we'll subtract it from that of the rectangle. Area of gravel part will now be equals to, that's 20 meters squared minus 6 meters squared, and that will give us 14 meters squared. But mind you, we are told that the gravel part 1 meter wide is put around a pond. Then one bag will cover half meter squared. Each bag, that is per one bag. So we now write one bag equals to half meter squared. So we have to. So then the second one is that one bag is also costing the amount 4.99. so what we now do is to first check how many half meter square we can get for 14. So that will be 14 divided by 1/2, which will give us 28, which will give us 28. So it is this 28 that will now multiply by 4.99. so we now check what our answer will be. So can you okay, you sent me the answer. Okay, you sent me the answer. All right, no problem. Let's just work. So you now have to multiply, find what is 28 times 4.99. So let's see what that will be equals to. Let's see what that is. You have 139.72, and if you approximate it approximately, you find your answer. You know you are asked to find the approximate, so and don't forget it's in pounds, so this is going to be approximately 140 pounds. So that's how to solve question 44. Question 45. Alright, so the answer for 44 is E. If you look at it from that's option E. Then we'll go to question 45, which is what is 1.7? What is 1? Write 1.7 as fraction. That's 1.7, which will be 1.7. And we have just one number after the decimal point, which will be equals to 17 all over 10. That will give you 17 all over 10. So the option there, if you look at it very well, the option is A. So that's option A. Then we'll go to question 46. Question 46 is talking about the kite, and it says, what is the formula for the perimeter of the kite? Kite is similar to the way you calculate the perimeter for that of your square. So we know A, and if this place is A, this place is A. If this place is B, this place will go B. So by the time you want to do it, that will be A plus A. So the perimeter of the kite will be equals to A plus B plus B, which will give us 2A plus 2B. So then if you look at the option, the answer is B. That's B. Question 47. Let's see question 47. Question 47 is talking about set. It says, and this set is set of 2, like set of 2. And we call this diagram, we call it Venn diagram. So we have the square numbers and we have the cube numbers. It said which number is in the shaded part of the Venn diagram. So we'll now check which one will be square numbers and this one is cube numbers. We obviously know what are square numbers. Square numbers. So let's try to list them out. So we have square numbers means numbers that you multiply by itself twice. So we have 2 squared, that's 4. So 2 squared equals 4. So we have 4, we have 9, we have 16, we have 25, we have 36, that's for 6 squared, we have 49, we have after 49, this for 7, we have 64. So let's say dot. Then we have for cube numbers. That's a number that you multiply by itself 3 times. So we start from 2 raised to power 3, which will give you 8. You have 8. You have 27. You have 27, and after 27 we have other numbers. We check our 4 squared, that's 64. 4 cube rather, that's 64. 5 cube is 125. So we have dot. Let's have it that way. We now go back to our question. In the option, if you look at that shaded area, is showing what they have in common. What they have in common. That is what cube, the numbers are in common to both cube and the square. So they said what number is part of the Venn diagram. We now look at it. What do they have in common, that we have both in cube and is also what in square. And if you look at it very well from here, 8 squared is 64 and 4 raised to power 3 is also 64. So the number that will be there is 64. So the answer will be option B. So that's option B. That's option B. So we have option B. Option B. That's it. So let's ask question 48. Question 48. Hope you are getting the explanation as I'm explaining. Alright, so question 48 says, it says, Adrian's garden measures 10 meters by 6 meters. Paving stone measures half meter by half meter. Then here is the question: how many paving stone does he need to pave his garden? So what we do is we find the area of the garden, then we find the area of paving stone. Then we now divide our area of the garden by the area of paving stone. So see what we are talking about. So the area of garden will be equals to 10 meter times 6 meter, which will give us 60 meter. Then paving stone will be equals to half meter times, sorry, this is meter squared, half meter times half meter, so which will give us 1/4 meter squared. Therefore the answer we are looking for will now be 60 meter squared divided by 1/4, which will turn to 60 meter squared. This is the meter squared cancel meter squared times 4/1. This one is gone, sorry. So 6 times 4, that will give us 240. So we need 240 paving stone to pave his garden. We need 240 paving stone to pave the garden. Let's go to question 49. We have 50 questions, so we are going to stop at 50. So let's go to 49. It says, what is the mean of the expression? The answer to that question 48 is option B. So let me write it down, option B. Then we go to 49. What is the mean of the expression? We have 3x, and the difference between an expression and an equation is that an expression you will not have equal to, but in an equation they will equate it to a number, either equal to 0 or either equals to 8 or something like that. So we have 3x minus 1. This is an expression. 5x plus 6 is an expression. 4x plus this. And what's the meaning of mean? Mean means you should add all of them together divided by the numbers that we have. So we add 3x minus 1 together, we add 5x plus 6 together, then we also add 4x plus 1 together. Then by the time you add everything, we now divide it by the numbers that we have. 1, 2, 3. We divide it by 3. So let's see what this will be equals to. We have 3x minus 1 plus, open bracket, let's put it in brackets, plus 5x plus 6, we put it in brackets, plus 4x plus 1, we put it in bracket. Then by the time you will now open the bracket, that will be 3x minus 1 plus 5x plus 6 plus 4x plus 1. The next thing you do is you collect the like terms. We are dealing with the sum now. This is just the sum. So the sum is still equals to, let's collect like terms, that's 3x plus 5x plus 4x. Then we now have minus 1 plus 6 plus 1. We have the sum. To be 3x, 3 plus 5 will give us 8. 8 plus this will give us 12. That's 12x. Then minus 1 plus 1 will give us 0. Then we now have plus 6. Now to the mean, mean is equal to summation of f of x divided by summation x. That is this addition, sum divided by number. So the number equals to 3, n equals to 3. So I represent this one by n, this one by x. So this will now give us 12x plus 6 divided by 3. And this will give us 12. divided by 3 will give us 4x. 6 divided by 3 will give us what? 2. So the mean will be equals to 4 plus. Let's check what the option is. We look, that's 4x plus 2. As you can see, that's option C. We have different options, so you just have to be careful to pick the right answer. So the answer is C. So we have C to be our answer. So we go to the last question for today's lesson, and the question is talking about pie charts. As you can see that this pie chart, they said the pie chart shows how children travel to school on one day. That is one day. We have by bus, some by train, some by cycle. And what's the total number of children that we have? We have 135 children cycle to school on that day. If you look at this, is a revolution, and a complete revolution is 360. So the first thing is, you can see they didn't give us the angle here. This is 90 degree. Then we have 5x. So we need to first get what 4x means, what 5x means. So let's first find x. Then we have 4x plus 5x plus that angle of cycle, which is what? 90 degree. We now equate it to 360 degree. That's like we are adding train plus box plus cycle equals what? 360. So then by the time we move on, 5x plus 4x will give us 9x plus 90 will give us 360. We take this one to the other side. We have 9x equals to 360 minus 90, and that will be 9x equals to 360 minus 90 will give us 270 degree. That means x will be 270 divided by 9, which will give us, that's 30 degree. I know you are asking a question that how did I get 90? You see this particular place, this four corner, it means 90 degree. When you see something like this, it means 90 degree. You will not be told, you will not be given the angle, but it means 90 degree. So now that we now know what x is, that means we can determine what our 4x is and what our 5x is. So let's go back to calculate that, still on question. So that means x equals 30 degree. So therefore 4x will be equals to 4 times 30 degree, which is equal to 120 degree. 5x will be equals to 5 times 30 degree, which is equal to 150 degree. And don't forget, 4x represents box and 5x represents train. So we now go back to the question to know what they are asking us. How many travels by bus on that day? How many travel by bus? So we are concerned with the box. So we now do the degree. Box is 120. They will now have, in terms of fraction, we have number of children equals 135 from the question. So fraction of box is going to give us 120 all over total number of the degree, which is 120 degree divided by what? 360. Then because we want to know the number of children, we will now multiply by what? 135 degree. Is 0 we cancel, is 0. As you can see, we have 12 here 1, 12 here, that's what? 12 here will give us 3. So we now check what 3 here 1, 3 in 13, that will give you 4. Remainder 1, that one you join it to 15, 3 in 15, that's what? 5. So that means we have what? 45 children. Follow bus. Then we go to the option to check which of the answer. You can see A 45 children, B 120, C 150, D 180, E 210. So the correct answer is what? A, which is option A. Then we'll pick option A. So that makes us to get to the end of the question tutorial for today. And as you can see, these are questions, A-level questions, whereby students do. You can see series of questions that students do for them to actually enter into a particular school. You can have 50 questions, and we have been able to finish the 50 questions today. So you can also lay your hands to try these questions wherever you are. I know you've learned one thing or the other from the video, from the tutorial we did online via that question. If you have any comments, you can always drop at the comment section, and feel free to message me on any difficulty that you have in mathematics. Like, you know, this is King of Mathematics. Make sure you subscribe, share to your friend, and follow us. I'm on Instagram, YouTube, and you find me on TikTok. Thank you. Bye.